For over a decade, I designed all my PowerPoint presentations just like this. Super simple and so boring. Now, my PowerPoint presentations have been viewed over 1 billion times on social media. And today, I'll show you my top 3 ways to level up your presentations.
So, let's just get started with tip number 1. On this slide, we have some text, which is kind of hard to read because of the image in the back. This is a super common problem that we can easily fix by creating a transparent black rectangle. But before we start, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It is completely free for you and it helps me out so much. Thank you. Now we will go over to shapes and we'll insert a rectangle. We want this rectangle to cover almost the entire screen, just like this. I'll quickly remove the outline before we will go ahead and right-click and selecting Format Shape. We want to select Gradient Fill and then change the direction of the gradient from the preset and to right to left. Now we want to get rid of 2 of these checkpoints, so we only have 2 left. Let's make the right checkpoint black and change the transparency to around 45%. We'll also want to make the left checkpoint black, but here we want to change the transparency to 100%. I'll go and close this pane. The last step is to simply send it back 2 layers like this, so the text is easy to read. Perfect. Well done. Now, for PowerPoint tip number 2, we will transform this typical boring slide into this much more engaging slide in under 2 minutes. Let's first make sure we start off with a blank slide. Then we'll go up to Insert, and I want to insert a picture from File. You want to make sure that your image has the right dimensions to be able to fill the entire slide. Then you'll go up to the toolbar and we'll use the crop function. For this slide, I'm going to crop the image to about halfway and then confirm the crop. The next step is to insert a text box and we want to use a bold font. I'm using the font Impact and I'm going to change the font size to 140 before writing out my headline. Awesome. I also want another big text box, so I'll simply copy-paste the existing text box to make it easy for myself. I'll change the font size to 80 before writing out Cristiano. Now you want to hold down the command key on your keyboard before selecting the image first, then the 2 text boxes. Go to Shape Format and now you want to select Combine. This looks great, so now let's finish this slide off by adding some text right here. This is simply a super easy trick everyone can do. Now to the last and best PowerPoint tip, where I'll show you how to stop creating these boring slides and instead turn it into an engaging info slide with a video playing in the background. Once again, we want to start off with an empty slide and now we want to go to Shapes and insert a rounded rectangle. I'm going to round off the edges slightly more and remove the outline. I'll stretch out the shape a bit before moving it over to the right and placing it here. Now you want to duplicate the slide and place the second rectangle in a different spot. This looks fine. Now you want to insert a normal rectangle and cover the entire slide with it. Then hold down your command key on your keyboard and select the 2 other shapes as well. Make sure you are on the Shape Format tab before going over to the left side and selecting the Subtract function. Go ahead and remove the outline and now you can see that this is all one shape right now. Then we're gonna go over to Insert, then to Video, and we want to choose Stock Videos. Here you can search for any topic, but I'll go ahead and find a fish video and then insert it into the slide. I'll quickly close this tab right here, And if I go down to the left and click play now, you can see that it is just a simple video of some fish swimming around. You don't always need to do this, but in this case I will go up to video format and use the crop function. I'm doing this because I want to adjust where the video will be peeking through the rectangle. I think this will be fine. So if I now select the video and then send it backward, we'll see that only certain parts of the video is showing, just like we want it. Now I'll go and make the rectangle white before inserting a text box. This is going to be my headline, so I'll select a bold and fun font like Lolita 1 and then adjust the font size. Now I'm going to write out my headline for this presentation before I place some more text right below it. This looks pretty good, but I'm going to go up to the toolbar to insert before I click on icons. This is yet another great library where you can search for different topics, and you have a ton of cool icons that you can add to your slides. I think these two will fit right in, so I'll select them both before inserting them. Now I'm actually going to make them both blue and place them right below the text box. I'll quickly separate these two icons, and now I'll actually make the headline a different shade of blue just to change it up, and now we're done. I think this turned out super well. And by the way, this video will play automatically when you are presenting.
So thank you guys for watching, and as always, I would really appreciate it if you can give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. It helps me out a ton. I'll see you guys in the next one.